What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Funboxing with Will. I'm your host Will with H2O Co Film and Photo, and today we're going to be doing another EDC knife review on a Twosun model called the APEX TS264, which just happens to be my favorite Twosun knife of all time, and this is the model right here. Let's get into that review. Alrighty guys, and we're back. Now before we get to the top-down setup and check out this knife, I just wanted to do what I always do and thank every one of you who have come to check out this video, check out any of my videos, or if you're a subscriber of mine, I truly appreciate you. And if you're not, and you like any of the content in this video or found anything that I'm about to go over informative, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and turn on those bell notifications to get notified when I put out new content. I do a lot of tech reviews and EDC reviews here on this channel, so if that's something you're into, we're bound to be friends eventually. So let's get over to that top-down setup and check out this knife today, guys. Alrighty guys, now that we're here at the top-down setup, we can get a closer look at this tepe designed Twosun TS264 APEX. First, getting into Twosun knives, I first noticed them about 2 years ago, and the first thing I noticed was that for the materials and what looked to be a very good quality control, they had an amazing competitive price point. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that they're not American made, so they don't have to pay for American labor costs. And I also have noticed that over the last year or two that their prices have increased, which is normal when people start to pay attention to a brand. This knife in particular is made from TC4 titanium alloy. Everything on it, from the clip to the hardware, all excluding the pivot, is all TC4 titanium alloy. It has a very intricate 3D milled pattern here on the thing that gives you, on the scales, just the right amount of texture that you're not going to feel like you're going to lose the knife with wet hands or have it slip on you, anything of that nature. It is riding on caged ceramic bearings, so it is very flip friendly, I would say. It is very fall shut as well. The steel that's in this is going to be S110V super steel. Really good edge retention, kind of, from what I've heard, a little bit brittle of a steel. I don't have much experience with S110V, as this is the only knife I currently own in that steel, so I can't really speak to the quality of the steel itself other than its edge retention. It has amazing edge retention, but it also is very difficult at times to sharpen, I've heard. So the hardware on this knife is very minimal. They have a milled clip here that is close to a deep carry, not quite, but pretty close to a deep carry. And it's running on caged ceramic ball bearings, which leads to that very fidget friendly factor. And it's very, very close, fall shut. The action on this thing is amazing. The Ergos, they are reminiscent to me of a Rick Hinderer knife. Maybe that's just me, but I see a lot of similarities in this. And the blade geometry is pretty good, having a flat grind 3/4 of the way down, trailing to a clip point blade. The measurements on this thing are going to be, I would consider it to be a medium-sized knife. Measurements are going to be open length 7.9 inches, and then we're going to have a cutting blade length of, let's say, 3.4 inches, and then a closed length of, I want to say, just over 4 inches here. 4.5 inches closed length. So it is going to be something that if your state does not allow carrying blades over 3 inches long, that you might have to be careful with. I'm not a lawyer, check your local laws. The weight here is coming in at 4.6 ounces. So, you know, that's not traditionally light, but I will say it feels very light for when you look at this knife, how heavy it looks like it should be. It's amazingly lightweight as far as that's concerned. As far as looking at it goes, it feels like it should be a lot heavier than it is. I think the skeletonized titanium though really does help. They did skeletonize a lot of the inside of the titanium to reduce the weight on it. They also have a steel liner lock bar insert that doubles as a over travel stop here to prevent over traveling when disengaging the lock, and to prevent wear from over time changing the lockup. The lockup, I want to say, is about 30 to 40%. It's a really good solid lockup on this knife. I like it quite a bit. I get a full four-finger purchase on the handle, no problems. There's not really any hot spots at all. And so I would consider it to be a medium knife. For size comparisons, here it is next to the Hogue Ritter. Then here it is next to the Manix 2. The Spider Para 3, and finally here it is next to the Demko 20.5. So like I said, it is a medium-sized knife. I would consider it to be a medium-sized knife. Ergos on it are great. Let's check the blade stock thickness here. So blade stock thickness, let me zero this out, is going to come in at 1.625, and then you're behind the edge, you're going to have a measurement of 0.245. So yeah, very slicey there on the edge. This is a very slicey blade. I've used it quite a bit to cut cardboard and other materials, and it is definitely not a clumsy blade. When you're going for intricate cuts, it really does help get you there. All in all, it is one of my favorite Twosun designs. I haven't had the pleasure of seeing many tepe designs, but if this is any indication on what his work is consistently like, I would love to own more. Out of all the Twosuns, they have a lot of great designs, and they, from what I know, they hire a lot of different designers as well. So that's a good thing, and to see a knife that is hitting this price point with these quality materials and fit and finish, that's just amazing. It's really awesome, and I'm really glad I bought it when I did. And yeah, if you're looking for an EDC knife and you're wanting something made with high-end materials, but you're not really wanting to pay the cost for American labor, Twosun's knives are definitely a great option to check into. They do a lot of M390, and then they also have a lot of budget brand knives, or budget-minded knives as well, that are under the $100 mark, you know, in D2, 14, 28, you know, a whole bunch of different varieties and designers. So I'm sure that no matter who you are, there's going to be a Twosun design for you. This just happens to be my favorite. So I thank you guys. That's about it for this review today. Let's get back over to the desk to finish this video up. Alrighty, and that's it for the review today, guys. I just want to say thanks again for coming and checking out the video, and if you found any of this information at all informative, or you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button and turn on bell notifications to get notified when I put out future content. Other than that, until next time, I hope you guys stay safe, and above all, stay creative, my friends. We need more of that in this world. Until next time.